Hey everyone, I'm Wu-Tang and today we are making some pan-fried zucchini and corn fritters. So a fritter is a fried pastry usually made with a portion of batter and a portion of anything else. Meat, fruit, veggies, anything really. These fritters we are making today cook very thin like hash browns and have a very satisfying crisp shell when served immediately and prepared properly. These fritters are a really tasty side, and this recipe in particular is a great base to which you can add tomatoes, bacon, mushrooms, or any other ingredients, really. Be creative. For this recipe, you will need about 1 quart of shredded zucchini. In the video today, I'm using Mexican squash instead of green zucchini, but you can use Mexican squash, green zucchini, yellow squash, you name it, anything in the zucchini family, right? About a half a cup of corn. You can use fresh, frozen, or canned. I use frozen in this case because I had some. 1 medium onion, you want to dice that small. A beaten egg, about a 1/4 cup of flour. You can use AP flour, white or wheat. Lemon juice, salt and pepper, and then some olive oil for cooking. Our first step is to shred the zucchini using a standard grater. Once grated, place the zucchini in a colander and place that colander in a clean sink. It's going to sit for about 10 minutes to drain. The next step is to prepare our other base veggies while the zucchini sits. You want to dice your onions small and then transfer that to a medium mixing bowl. To that bowl, add your corn and then season that with salt and pepper. Set that aside for now. Next, we'll prepare the egg and the dry ingredients separately. All of this will be combined in the mixing bowl once the zucchini is ready. Add your flour and baking powder in a small bowl and combine lightly with a fork. Next, beat an egg and set aside. I add a tiny bit of 2% milk to the egg to help the spreading and combination process later, but that's not really necessary here. That's up to you. Our next major step is to manually drain the zucchini in the sink. By letting the zucchini sit, we've made it much easier to wring as much liquid out of it as possible, which is what we need to do here. The more liquid you are able to remove at this point, the better the chance that your fritters will turn out crisp. So if we don't get enough liquid out of the fritters at this point, they'll cook up with kind of a soft, doughy texture. They're still totally edible and tasty this way, but I like them crispy. I like them the consistency of like a hash brown, right? So wring out the zucchini by hand into the sink in small fistfuls, and then just kind of spread that and set it aside in the same colander. Once this step is done, let the zucchini sit for about 1 more minute. Next, we will combine our vegetables and the egg. Add the zucchini to the mixing bowl all at once, and then follow up with your egg. Toss this well to combine. You want to make sure that the egg mixture coats everything in your bowl evenly before adding your flour mixture. Add your flour mixture to the bowl and stir well to combine. Once mixed, your fritter mix is ready to cook. Now in a nonstick pan, heat a little more than half a tablespoon of olive oil per fritter to medium-high heat. I'm cooking in a small pan, but you can easily cook several fritters at once in a larger pan to help save time. Cast iron pans are also on the table here, but my setup doesn't really allow for me to effectively use cast iron, so I'm going with a nonstick in this case. You're going to want to continue to add that measure of olive oil for every new fritter that you cook in the pan. This is basically a pan fry, so you don't really want to run out of oil in your pan because at that point you have the potential to burn both the pan and the food that you're cooking here. Once your oil is heated, add 2 to 3 heaping spoonfuls of fritter mix per fritter to the pan, then flatten and shape to make sure the fritter cooks together cohesively. Allow each fritter to cook for about 7 to 10 minutes on each side and flip once while cooking. Remove from the pan once cooked and let sit for about a minute before serving. You can serve these fritters plain or with a bit of sour cream and salsa to help brighten up the flavor. These can be used as a substitute for hash browns or as a base for a chicken or seafood dish. Thanks everybody who watched to the end of this video. Let me know in the comments below how yours turned out and what you served it with. Subscribe to see more and let me know if there's any recipe you'd like to see me make. Thanks again, I'm Wu Tang, and I will see you next time.